Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am making another card for Not Too Shabby using the special delivery paper. This is for their mood board challenge. This is my second card of the month. You still have a few more days to enter your cards as well on the Not Too Shabby blog and get entered to win that gift certificate giveaway. So make sure you are definitely checking out the description box below for all that information. So these are the two pattern papers that I'm using from this paper pad, and then I'm going to fussy cut some of these images out. I'm actually going to attempt to make a trifold card today. I don't make these cards very often. I tend to just make normal A2 cards, but I decided that I wanted to try something new and different for me, and so here we go. So I am taking an 8.5 by 11 piece of white cardstock here, and I'm just cutting it down to 5.5 by 11, and then I'm going to run my bone folder through at 2 7/8, and then I realized that was wrong. Of where I was doing it. I was doing it at 1 7/8. So 2 7/8 is where I'm actually supposed to do it, which is why I now have 2 there. It's fine. And then I'm also gonna go ahead and score at 4 as well. This isn't a full trifold. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but we're just making it up as we go here. So I'm just going to rub the bone folder here across where I made those seams. And it's fine that I have an extra one there from my mistake. We're not perfect. Homemade is beautiful. And, homemade, not Hallmark is what a friend of mine says. So that's what we're going with today, and I'm going to cover that up with pattern paper anyway, so not too worried there. So this is the base of my my trifold card. So then I'm going to bring in my 2 pattern papers, and I'm going to go ahead and get those cut out as well. I'm just figuring out here how I want this position. I tend to create my card as I go. I don't create a card and then film. So you're kind of seeing a little bit behind the scenes of what I actually like to do. I like to kind of figure it out while I'm going. So I know I want to have more of that ornament paper really showing. I love the polka dots. If you've been with my channel very long, I love polka dots. I even made a couple cards at the beginning of this month that was just using the polka dot paper. So I will definitely put that in the description box below if you did miss that. So I am going to go ahead and get these cut out as well. And with these pattern papers, I am going for full coverage here. So the brown polka dot, I am cutting at 4 and 5.5. And then the ornaments, I'm going to cut at 2 7/8 and then 5.5 as well, because I don't want any white border of my card base showing. I am making, it's really close to a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card, almost A2. It's just a little shy of that 4 1/4, and I'm okay with that because I am making a trifold and I do use some dimensional foam later on. It will get a little bit thicker, and that way it'll still fit in a normal A2 envelope. So I'm just getting that ornament paper cut here at that 5.5, and then we'll get to putting this card together. So if you are new to Not Too Shabby's mood board challenge, what it is that Not Too Shabby each month puts up a mood board, and we ask you to be inspired by it. So that can be inspired by the pattern paper, that can be inspired by the colors, that can be inspired by the theme of it, and we ask you to make cards from your inspiration. Now, if you use Not Too Shabby product, you can enter up to 3 different cards on our blog. If you use anybody else's products, that's totally cool. You can just enter once then. And then there is a gift card giveaway that is randomly given to whoever wins. So all that information is down below in the description and on the blog. There's a link to the blog post, and if you just follow the directions there, you'll be able to add your card. It is an in-links party. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to comment on this video, and I can try to help you through it as well if you're having any difficulties. Now, I am just using some tape adhesive here to get my pattern paper onto my cardstock. You are kind of seeing this card in real time. I didn't speed up this particular video just because I really wanted to show my full process of how I do these. You're seeing me here trying to figure out if I am going to end up putting the paper upside down. I wanted to make sure that my ornaments were going the right direction, because it's like the polka dots didn't matter which way I was going, but the ornaments do. So I'm making sure that actually came out well. And see, and that perfectly covered that seam oops that I made earlier. So that is my trifold card here. Now, with this, I decided that I did want to cover that right side, especially since I did have that mistake. So I decided to cut another little piece of the ornament paper at 2 7/8 and that 5 1/2 again. Now this I would probably go down another 1/8 to like 2 3/4, just because this does put a lot more pressure on the seam, because it is perfectly flush with it, and that creates a little bit of problem later on. My card doesn't want to stay closed at all. But that's okay. I will probably be either mailing this card or handing it out, and that way it'll actually stand better anyway. So I'm okay with the fact that it doesn't close perfectly. Now there will be a little bit of a strip of white when you close the polka dots a little. That's just because you're seeing part of that white card base, and I'm okay with that. If it really bugged you, you could always put another strip of cardstock there, or you could put like a bow and string and kind of fancy it up a little bit as well. But I'm okay with there having a little bit of white, just so you know the person that is seeing the card knows, then they can open that. Although my card opens by itself, so it works out. I am just running my bone folder against that seam again, just to kind of really make it work. But as you can see, it's going to pop open. That's okay. I did cut out an oval just using one of my nesting dies that I have on stash. This one is actually really nice because it has the kind of the stitching around it. I really like that in nesting dies. I actually need to get some more of these. And then I'm just putting some tape adhesive on half of it so that it sticks just to the ornament half. That way it's not, closing the card accidentally. And then I'm going to use a combination of foam tape and glue for my 3 little ephemera here. So I am using the Dear Santa. I'm using this beautiful Christmas tree, and of course, like I said, I fussy cut all of these out, and if I can fussy cut, so can you, because I am not good at it. I practice a lot, and I don't think I'm getting better. But it's okay. It looks good, and people, they like my cards, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the tree down flush, and then I'm going to bump up the deer with some 2mm little squares that I have from scrapbook.com. I'm just making sure that it is fully covered so that it doesn't have any spaces that will bend. So I don't know about you, but Christmas is coming really fast. I bought some Oreos today, and they already had the Christmas designs on them in red in the middle, and my daughters were super excited for it, and I'm like, what season am I in right now? We're not even to Halloween, y'all. But we got to get these Christmas cards going so that we're not, rushing at the very end when we're super busy. So I get it. I love making Christmas cards. I'm just struggling right now because I'm a mom that has 3 kids, and I don't even know what month I'm in. So If you're similar to me, let me know down in the comments. Am I the only one struggling that it's already time to make Christmas cards? You all. I'm ready for Halloween. I'm ready. We have costumes. I just still have to find one of the costumes. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. I am adding in a little bit more of that foam tape behind the Dear Santa. I just didn't want it to collapse right there because I decided not to have it overlap the deer nearly as much as I originally thought. So the glue didn't have a whole lot of places to stick to. So I want to make sure that it stays well where it is. But yeah, and then we're going to add a few little sparkles here. And this is where I'm like, oh, I'm just going to use my glitter die cuts that are already cut out, even though I have perfectly good sparkly embellishments from Not Too Shabby. So these work. But I kind of wish I would have used Not Too Shabby, but I went to take these off and that wasn't happening. So, still sparkly, still doing what I needed to do. And now I can use those embellishments for other cards because they work for more than just this pattern paper. So it's great. I'm just putting 2 at the top there. They're kind of like sparkle stars kind of thing. They match perfectly with this paper. So it's great that I have some glitter paper that actually matches with this. So, and of course, this is where I say, this is my final card. Isn't it pretty? I love it. Definitely check out the Mood Board blog and get your cards in as well. This is where you could write in this card. Let me know if you make a card similar to this. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit subscribe and hit that bell. I do post pretty decently regularly now. We got lots of videos coming in November for sure. A lot of new product with Not Too Shabby. We got some fun stuff coming up, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And I will see you in another video soon. Bye!